It's a failure. Harry cries out as his secret reconciliation with royal family fail big time caused by Meghan. In a moment of raw emotion and heartbreak, Prince Harry reportedly cried out, "It's a failure." A statement that has sent shockwaves through royal circles and beyond. His words, as insiders reveal, followed the collapse of a secret reconciliation meeting with his estranged family. What should have been an opportunity for healing and unity has instead reignited tensions, with many pointing fingers at Meghan Markle for allegedly derailing Harry's efforts to repair the fractured bond with the British monarchy. The Duke of Sussex's pleas for understanding and forgiveness seem to have been overshadowed by what some describe as Meghan's unyielding influence, a dynamic that has left the royal family further divided and public opinion more polarized than ever. This latest development adds fuel to the fire of a controversy that has been simmering since Harry and Meghan's dramatic exit from royal duties in 2020. While Harry has often expressed a desire to mend fences, the actions and perceived attitude of Meghan Markle have continually raised eyebrows. Critics argue that her role in the royal drama goes far beyond misunderstanding or cultural differences, painting her instead as an antagonistic force driving a wedge between Harry and his family. But how did it all come to this? And why does Meghan's involvement in this failed reconciliation feel like the latest chapter in an ongoing saga of discord? Sources close to the royal family claim that Prince Harry had been quietly working behind the scenes to arrange a private meeting with senior members of the monarchy, including King Charles III and Prince William. The goal was simple yet monumental: to clear the air, address grievances, and explore a path toward healing the deep rift that has plagued the family for years. The meeting, reportedly orchestrated without Meghan's involvement, was meant to be a low-profile, honest discussion, a stark departure from the couple's highly publicized interviews and statements that have often aired the royal family's dirty laundry. However, Meghan allegedly caught wind of the meeting and took issue with being excluded, viewing it as a betrayal. Insiders suggest that her reaction set off a chain of events that ultimately led to the meeting's failure. Critics argue that Meghan's refusal to step back and allow Harry to navigate this reconciliation on his own underscores a pattern of behavior that has made her a polarizing figure within the royal family. Instead of supporting Harry's efforts to rebuild bridges, they claim, her actions have only served to widen the chasm. While Harry's cry of frustration may have been directed at the situation itself, many see it as an indirect acknowledgement of Meghan's role in the failed reconciliation. Reports indicate that Meghan allegedly insisted on being involved in the discussions, despite Harry's belief that a solo approach would be more effective. This insistence, combined with what some describe as her combative stance toward the royal family, is said to have soured the atmosphere before the meeting even began. Critics argue that Meghan's approach to the royal family has often been at odds with the principles of diplomacy and compromise. From her explosive claims during the Oprah Winfrey interview to her alleged refusal to adapt to royal protocols, Meghan has been accused of prioritizing personal grievances over the collective good. In this instance, her perceived inability to let Harry handle the reconciliation on his own terms has been labeled as yet another example of her divisive influence. To understand the current situation, it's important to look back at Meghan's history with the royal family, a history marked by controversy and conflict. From the outset, Meghan's integration into the monarchy was anything but smooth. Critics point to her alleged disregard for royal traditions and her outspoken nature as key factors that created friction within the family. One of the most contentious moments came during the Sussexes' Oprah interview, where Meghan made a series of damning allegations against the royal family, including claims of racism and neglect. While these claims resonated with some, they also alienated many who viewed them as an unnecessary airing of private grievances. The fallout from the interview was severe, with Prince William famously stating that the royal family was very much not a racist family. Since then, Meghan's relationship with the royal family has continued to deteriorate. Her absence from key royal events, such as King Charles's coronation, has been interpreted by some as a snub, while her ongoing media ventures have been accused of perpetuating a narrative of victimhood that paints the royal family in a negative light. These actions, critics argue, have made it increasingly difficult for Harry to find common ground with his family, as any attempt at reconciliation is inevitably overshadowed by the lingering tension surrounding Meghan. Meghan Markle's role in the royal drama has not only divided the monarchy but also the public. While her supporters praise her for speaking out against perceived injustices, her detractors accuse her of being manipulative and self-serving. This polarization has been particularly evident in the wake of the failed reconciliation, with many blaming Meghan for the breakdown while others defend her right to be involved. One of the most common criticisms leveled against Meghan is her alleged tendency to center herself in situations that are not about her. In the case of Harry's reconciliation efforts, detractors argue that Meghan's insistence on being included in the discussions turned what could have been a productive meeting into yet another battleground for personal grievances. This perception of Meghan as a divisive figure is further fueled by her media presence, which some view as an ongoing attempt to control the narrative. From her podcast to her Netflix docuseries, Meghan's public statements often cast her in a sympathetic light while painting the royal family as the antagonists. Critics argue that this one-sided portrayal has done little to foster understanding or reconciliation. At the heart of this drama is Prince Harry, a man torn between his loyalty to his family and his love for his wife. While Harry has repeatedly expressed his desire to reconcile with the royal family, his actions often seem at odds with this goal. Critics argue that his decision to step back from royal duties and his participation in public criticism of the monarchy have only deepened the divide. Harry's latest attempt at reconciliation was seen by many as a genuine effort to bridge the gap, a chance to move past the animosity and start anew. However, the involvement of Meghan is said to have complicated matters, leaving Harry once again caught in the middle of a conflict that shows no signs of resolution. For Harry, the failure of this reconciliation is not just a personal setback but also a missed opportunity to heal the wounds that have plagued his family for years. His cry of frustration, "It's a failure," serves as a poignant reminder of the toll this ongoing drama has taken on him. With the failed reconciliation now adding to the long list of grievances between Harry, Meghan, and the royal family, the question remains, is there any hope for healing? While some believe that time and distance may eventually mend the rift, others argue that the damage has already been done. For reconciliation to occur, many believe that Meghan would need to take a step back and allow Harry to navigate his relationship with his family on his own terms. However, given Meghan's history of involvement and her outspoken nature, this seems unlikely. Ultimately, the path to reconciliation will require compromise and understanding from all parties involved, a daunting task given the current state of affairs. Until then, the royal family remains as divided as ever, with Harry and Meghan standing at the center of a controversy that shows no signs of abating. The failure of Prince Harry's secret reconciliation meeting with the royal family is a stark reminder of the deep divisions that continue to plague the monarchy. While Harry's intentions may have been genuine, the involvement of Meghan Markle has once again highlighted the challenges of bridging the gap between two worlds that seem increasingly irreconcilable. As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear: the road to reconciliation will be long and fraught with obstacles, with no guarantee of success. For now, Harry's cry of frustration, "It's a failure," echoes as a symbol of a broken family and a fractured royal legacy. Whether this failure will serve as a turning point or simply another chapter in the ongoing saga remains to be seen.